Anthropic just dropped their brand new study on AI fluency. AI fluency is how people think they use AI versus how people actually use AI. My name's Will Lindsay. This is my project, Buying Fireworks in Indiana. I make drum and bliss music and I bring you along for the ride. But I've been making and producing music for over 15 years, and I gotta be honest, anybody using Suno to make music is fucking lame. And I think this new study from Anthropic proves that. So let's get into it. The AI Fluency Index measures how people interact across 11 different behaviors organized into different competencies. Those are 1. Description. Do you provide context? Do you set up clear terms for the interaction? 2. Delegation. Can you break down complex tasks? Do you ask clarifying questions? 3. Iteration. Do you build on previous responses? Do you offer feedback? And last but definitely not least, 4. Evaluation. Do you verify facts? Do you question reasoning? Do you identify when things are missing? These 4 competencies serve up the question that we're really asking today. Are you using AI as a tool to help you think, or are you using it as a replacement for thinking? What the Anthropic study reveals is a bit bleak. Most people are pretty bad at this, and it gets worse as the output gets more polished. Think about that. If that's not terrifying, I fear you may not be picking up what I'm putting down, so let's dig into it a bit. Whenever AI produces something polished, an artifact, a document, something that's finished as an output, people stop questioning it. And the study confirms that. The study found that when Claude produces a polished artifact, users are 5 percentage points less likely to identify missing context. They are 3.7 percentage points less likely to verify facts. What this means is that the better the output looks, the less critically people engage with it. So here's the thing. This isn't all about AI being bad. It's an incredible tool, and as a person with raging ADHD, it has certainly helped me organize my life in a lot of ways. This isn't about that. This is about people abdicating their role in the creative process, which brings me to AI music. AI in music production. If you use Suno or whatever to make an entire track from a prompt or make an entire part from a prompt, I hate to break it to you, you're not making music. You're making a request. You are a customer placing an order. And the Anthropic study explains exactly why this is a problem. When the output is polished, when Suno makes that dance floor anthem for you or fills in that guitar part you couldn't quite figure out, you've stopped engaging with your work. You're not iterating. You're not asking questions. You're not being an artist. You're not engaging in creative decision-making beyond writing your prompts. This is the artifact problem applied to music. The Anthropic study confirms that the more complete the output, the less inclined you will be to engage with it creatively. The creative engagement is the whole point. The process is the whole point. The making of the music is the whole fucking point. Here's the analogy I keep coming back to. Imagine I am a woodworker. You come over to my house, you see a beautiful table. I say, I made that table. You say, it's beautiful. How did you make it? I say, well, I asked my Roomba vacuum cleaner to make me a table, just like that. I did a really good job asking it. Now I have the table, therefore I am woodworker. You would look at me like I was insane, and you would be right to. Sure, the Roomba is very impressive, and the table is very impressive, but no amount of any of that will ever make me a woodworker, even if I can masquerade as one online. That's exactly what using Suno is. You're not a musician, you're not a producer, you are a prompter. And the study shows exactly why this matters. When you abdicate your role in the creative process, you become disengaged from the work. When AI makes your music for you, we all lose, but no one loses more than you. I'm not claiming to be a philosopher, and I have no interest in getting into the weeds about like where the line is. I think when we're honest with ourselves, we can feel it. But let me give you a concrete example anyway. Say you want to learn how to make a specific synth sound that you heard on a Fred Again track. You just got your hands on Serum and you're overwhelmed by everything that big old plugin can do. In the realm of AI, you have two options here. Option A, you ask ChatGPT to teach you about synthesis, to teach you about the Serum plugin. It walks you through frequency modulation. It walks you through envelope shaping. It walks you through filter setting. You get close to the sound. You fuck the sound up. You build it back up again from scratch. You iterate. You tweak. You ask follow-up questions of the AI and of your own creative brain. Do you like what you're making as you're making it? You iterate. You tweak. And eventually you land on a part that means something to you. And it means all the more to you because it took a bit of a process to get there. Not only did you make a synth sound that you like and that is working in your track, hopefully, but you learned something about synthesis in the process and now you're better at using Serum. Pretty cool. Option B, you type make me a Fred Again style synth that is stutter house and emotional dance floor vibes into an AI music generator, and then it makes it for you. You don't know how anything works. You don't know how songs get made. You didn't make that song. You don't really have a technique that you can apply elsewhere. You're totally disengaged. The study shows that this pattern is everywhere. When you use AI to work for you instead of with you, you're less engaged with the product, and more importantly, you're far less engaged with the process. In music, the process is the whole thing. It's the whole point. This doesn't mean that AI is off limits for musicians entirely. As I mentioned before, my ADHD ass has benefited a lot from ways in which AI can help you think. AI helped me outline and organize the script for this video. Does that make me a hypocrite? I don't think so, because I don't claim to be a screenwriter. I am a musician who makes music and who is trying to connect with people through my music in an environment where musicians are asked to also be filmmakers. I need some help with that. I'm not a screenwriter. So yeah, I can be honest. AI helped me outline this script. I guess this gets us closer to where the line is. I'm using AI as a tool. I'm using it to help me think. I'm using it to organize my ideas, but I'm not using it to replace anything. The Anthropic study discusses this. High fluency AI users provide context. They iterate, they verify, they question. They treat AI like a collaborator they don't fully trust yet. They stay engaged. Low fluency users, they take that first polished artifact and run with it. They see something done and they think, I'm done. So I guess this is where the line is. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, we all know it deep down. Using AI to help you navigate a complicated plugin to find a synth sound that you love to make the song you want to make, that's engaged. As a listener, I'm interested in that. I'm fine with that. Using AI to prompt an entire track or performance into existence, we gotta be honest with ourselves. That is fucking lame. And I have seen some discourse where the term gatekeeping gets brought up, as if musicians are being elitist gatekeepers for suggesting that one might care about and learn music before making it. I'm not going to spend too much time digging into that. What I will say is sometimes gatekeeping is okay. Gatekeeping is not only how scenes stay cool, it's often how they stay safe. Gatekeeping is sometimes the reason taste exists. Gatekeeping in the era of AI is apparently how we stop this whole thing from becoming a race to the bottom. So, if somebody in your scene or your community or one of your friends who makes music plays a banger and tells you they made it on Suno, you have a responsibility. Let them know they're corny. Let them know they're cringe. Tell them the song sucks, even if it slaps. Let them know that they're a poser. Make it sting. This isn't about whether or not AI is going to ruin the music industry and destroy the arts. This is about asking a simple question. Do I want to be cool, or do I want to be corny as hell? Do you actually want to engage with the process, or do you just want to cosplay as a musician? Using AI to make your music for you is deeply, profoundly uncool. And According to Anthropic's research, it is also robbing you of the only thing that makes art worth doing. My name's Will. This is my project, Buying Fireworks in Indiana. If you're interested in takes like this, thinking about music, getting weekly song recommendations, and looking behind the scenes into my project, you should sign up for my newsletter, Bi-Fi Selects. I also just dropped a new single called FITP featuring my friend Chai Tulani on the vocal. Check out both the newsletter and the new single linked in the description. And go forth, touch a knob, plug in an instrument. Don't let Suno make songs for you. Don't be corny. Don't do it. Only we can stop this.